Hello and good morning. I'm back here to talk about another weight loss program. Um, Today's program is based on a um, research paper or document, or I don't know what you want to call it, um, manuscript maybe. It's called Pounds and Inches, and it's by Dr. Simeons, Simeons, Simeons. You can Google it. It's fascinating. It's like 40 some pages long. Um, it talks about our bodies. Um, I pulled it up just the other day and reread through it, and I found it very fascinating. Dr. Simmons created the plan for losing weight, and he had the ambition to cure obesity instead of just treating the side effects. He looked into hormones and how they affect weight gain and obesity. So this really hits home with me since I had all my hormones checked. I produce cortisol at a high rate because my body is in a constant state of stress. And it's that way because it has to compensate for the lack of the other hormones that I don't have, that I have exhausted. The lack of estrogen, the lack of progesterone, and the lack of other hormones. But it's mainly because I am in adrenal fatigue. Not failure, but fatigue. So my adrenal glands can't keep up with what I need to produce. Makes me tired, makes me stay awake all night. My cortisol is all messed up. So your cortisol levels are supposed to be high in the morning when you first wake up. And they're supposed to kind of taper off towards the evening. And then they're supposed to be really low at bedtime so you can sleep. And mine are kind of like high all the time. So how do you fix that? You have to lose weight. Well, how do you lose weight when you can't because your hormones are all out of whack? It's horrible. Anyways, Pounds and Inches teaches about his protocols, because we learned about protocols yesterday when we talked about the South Beach diet. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. It's awesome. But Pounds and Inches leads into the HCG diet. HCG is the human chorionic gonadotropin. It's the hormone that the female body produces when it is pregnant. And it enables the body to release fat stores so that, I was sick for my whole pregnancy. I was throwing up and miserable, and I was still able to produce healthy babies because I had plenty of fat stored up in my body, and I was able to just put it out. I didn't gain any weight with my last pregnancy. I was the same as I started as when I went into the delivery room, and I actually weighed 20 pounds less after I gave birth. It was crazy. So when I went back and read this, it reminded me a lot about curing type 2 diabetes. Every doctor that I've ever talked to says there is no cure. Once you've been diagnosed with it, it's like alcoholism, and you're going to just be a type 2 diabetic the rest of your life because your body can't blah, 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 blah. You don't process insulin right. You don't process glucose right. And you're going to be on meds the rest of your life. They want to put me on meds several different times, and I've resisted so far. But he also talks about fixing your cholesterol levels, and he talks about the different types of cholesterol that we have in our bodies. He talks about how being on HCG can cure gout, how it can regulate your blood pressure, it can cure ulcers, it can make psoriasis go away. And I've learned a lot through fasting about how accurate it is, because Pounds and Inches and the HCG diet definitely restricts things to a point where those little critters that are in your gut that are causing the psoriasis and the gout and the other things, they're going to die because you're starving them to death. HCG, that hormone, will not turn a man into a woman. It is not a sex hormone for changing genders. It simply makes your body dump fat from your stores into your bloodstream so that you can process it. And if you don't use it, it just goes right out of your bloodstream. That's why you can test for it. So, what is the pounds and inches or the HCG plan? Basically, for people who need to lose 15 pounds or less, they would do one round of 23 days. 23 days of injections of the HCG, and then 3 days after that 23 days of the same food plan with no injections, because it takes 3 days to get the HCG out of their blood system or their body, whatever. Anyways, during the 26 days, you're restricted to a 500 calorie diet. And after the HCG is out of your system, you can pretty much eat normally, except no sugars, no starches, and you must not exceed 1,000 calories for the next 3 weeks. So 500 calories while you're on it and 1,000 calories for the next 3 weeks. People who need to lose more than that 15 pounds will do a 40-day injection plan. And that plan is supposed to stop when the person loses 34 pounds or when they reach the 40 injections. Depending on how much weight you need to lose, they can go beyond 40 pounds sometimes, like 5 or 6 days. The reason that there's limitations to the time that HCG can be injected into the body, because your body can build up an immunity to it and it will stop working correctly. After a 40-day round, there needs to be 6 weeks to stabilize the weight at that 1,000 calorie diet. And you have to do that maintenance every single time you do a round. So each time you do a round, so if you do 40 injections, then you wait 6 weeks, then you can do another 40-day injection, and then you have to wait 8 weeks, and then you do another 40 injections, and then you wait 12 weeks. So it increases. So first one's 2, the next one's 4, the next one's 8. So you have to delay between the rounds so that your body has a chance to recover, flush all the HCG out of your system, and enable you to continue losing weight. I did, my first round was, I think, a 21, and then I did a 40, and then I did another 40, and then I was doing 40s back to back. I probably didn't wait in between as long as I should have, but I was losing weight really well. So in that, I'm gonna move my notes up here. What do you get to eat? So I said 500 calories. Is it just any calories? No, you don't get to eat 500 calories of candy and garbage. 500 calories is lean protein. For breakfast, you skip breakfast. You get tea and coffee and water for breakfast. That's all you can have. Lunch, you get 1 lean protein. So they want you to cut all fat off before you cook it. And so it's not cooking in fat. So that's really, a fish, chicken breasts, no chicken thighs, absolutely not. The lean hamburger is okay, but not preferred. Anyway, so 1 lean protein, 100 grams, no more. 1 cup of vegetables, green vegetables like cucumbers and lettuce and the greens. A small apple or orange or a handful of strawberries. And then a grissini stick or a Melba toast. Grissinis, you can Google it. They're kind of interesting. Anyway, so that's lunch, and then dinner is the same. You can add the juice of a lemon and seasonings, but no butter, oil, or dressings to anything. I did find, I think I mentioned it yesterday, that I really liked to put salsa on my salads. It's not in the protocol, but I liked it because it gave my salads some flavor and it made them not just a bunch of lettuce. So one of the things too is you are not permitted to lose more than 2 pounds between rounds or to gain more than 2 pounds. The goal is to create a set point where your body can readjust. So in that first 40 days, if you lose the approximated 1 to 2 pounds a week, so you're talking, 47 goes into 46 weeks, 5-6 weeks, 5.5, 6 weeks. So you would lose, say you lost 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks, because you usually lose quite a bit more in the first week or two, and then you could drop down to that 2 pounds a week. You could lose up to 20 pounds. I think they said it was like half. I'd have to go back and read it, but I didn't. But you can lose like 20 pounds in a month and a half, which is great. But once you get to that point, that last day after your 3rd day off the injections, that last weigh-in day, or the last injection day is what the day you go by. Yeah, it's the last injection date that you go by. Say you weigh 175 pounds that day. You cannot go up to more than 2 pounds, and you cannot go down more than 2 pounds. You want to set that point really firmly. If you do, you have what's called an apple day, and you eat 6 apples in one day. Or you can have an egg day, and you just eat eggs. And it's hard, but it will put your weight back down to where it's supposed to be. So you need to make sure you're eating enough, but not too much. HCG is great. And tomorrow I will kind of tell you more of how I did it. There's several different ways you can get HCG, several different administration ways of getting it. Can you buy it in the United States? No, because they don't want you using it to lose weight. It's sold prescribed to women who are trying to get pregnant. It helps the babies implant better when they're trying to do that for infertility and stuff like that. You can get it, but you'd have to have a doctor prescribe it, and most doctors won't prescribe it for weight loss because they don't want us to lose weight and get healthy. They want us to stay fat and need drugs. Anyways, personal opinion, I'm not a doctor, obviously. I don't have any medical anything. Yeah, so more tomorrow on HCG. There's a lot more to it. I was just thinking as I was talking, there's different things you have to do throughout the process. So like you have to start taking your injections, and while you're doing the first 2 days, you have to load. You have to eat literally as much fat as you can. High fats, like get the fattest steak and eat that fat steak, and then get avocados and high fat stuff and get it in your body. And then you cut the fat out completely, and it helps you. I remember doing it, and the pads on my fingers, like my fingers got thin this way, and they were like, it was painful. The bottoms of my feet hurt because I had no fat on the pads of my feet, and they hurt. There's a lot of really weird side effects, but yeah, I lost a lot of weight on it. So that's why I've really toyed with it. That's why I usually keep some in the freezer, just in case I get this wild urge to do it again. But more tomorrow on that. Go check out yesterday's video about the South Beach diet. If you don't feel like injecting yourself with HCG, South Beach diet is a great way to go. Yeah, more tomorrow. All right, here's to healthier you and me.